Okay, good evening everyone. We are here for the final bingo night. At least I believe it to be the final one.
We can hope.
We can hope it'll be the final one, as we have about one quest remaining, namely the invitations to Bingo's party. So we've gotten Bingo back here to Mickle Delving, and there's Tanglemane, his faithful pony. And here we are gathered around, and so we've got to deliver invitations all over the known earth. It's the quest that I received somewhat to my disheartenment at the end of our last session, but that's okay because we'll get this done. So is there a sequence we should try to do this? Some of these will be relatively quick.
Well, Saginath and I were talking ahead of time, and Saginath thinks that the three biggies for us to get you to that are difficult to get to over land or through stable masters is Buckland, Forsaken Inn, and the Dunbog. Now Saginath has she can get herself to Galtrap and get to the Dunbog, and then you could send an acorn there.
Okay.
One of us can go to Buckland, and then one of us can go to the Forsaken Inn. So those are the three where I think you will want to send us acorn.
Okay.
Otherwise, everything's Hunter Port and Swift Travel.
Otherwise, it's all
Hunter Port and Swift Travel. Okay.
Yeah. Now I don't know that we necessarily want to do those three up front. Maybe we want to go to the closest, and then out from there. So
yeah, I need time to ride, so please stop by other places first.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So let's see. So we have, well, I have a great many invitations, but it doesn't tell me where to go. Just the names of the people. It's people.
Yeah, I know where all of them are.
Okay,
Prancing Pony for Milo.
Right, Milo Goodbody. Priska Boffin is in she's the Buckland one,
Buckland.
Right?
I'm heading off to Buckland now.
Okay. So Milo Goodbody's in the Prancing Pony. That's easy enough. Haley and Theodore, are they in Oscaruth?
No, Forsaken Inn.
Oh, they're the Forsaken Inn, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So no Swift Travel, sadly.
And I can do that easily enough. Once I get you to Buckland, I can get to the Forsaken Inn really.
Okay. And Bilbo and Rivendell. Okay, well, let's start at the Prancing Pony. Why not? So we can just go to... Because we did the one that was here, right?
Yeah, the neighbors we did. Well, yeah. I did them last week.
Yeah, the neighbors we did, I think. So, okay. So I'll head over to the Stable Master and we'll go to the Prancing Pony.
Okay.
Right?
I was going to say Glorville could have ported you there, but, you know, we can do it fast.
Oh. Well, I thought...
Does anybody... Port there?
Oh, okay. All right. We can do it that way. I'm happy to be ported instead of riding. Save me riding from Stable Masters. Okay, we can do that. I'll dismount even. Hunters. See, I forget the hunter thing. You know. All right.
Did everyone get Port to Bree?
Okay, yes. Here we are. No, I'll mount up anyway. Okay, through Bree to the Prancing Pony. So I wonder, if we try to estimate exactly how long it would actually take somebody to travel to all of these places.
In Lotro, Middle-earth, or Tolkien's Middle-earth?
In Tolkien's Middle-earth.
Oh my goodness.
A couple years, wouldn't it be? I mean, to go to all of them, probably?
Maybe a year and a half if you plan your route well. I don't know.
Oh, there's a band playing over there. Okay.
Well, if you have Shadowfax as your mount,
you could probably do it in what, a couple months?
Yeah.
All right, here we are in the Prancing Pony. There he is, over here. Milo is retired over here by the... Okay, excellent. Over here by the fireplace.
Delightful! I am not one to turn down a free dinner.
Right. So I'll just travel for a couple days for the sake of a free dinner. That's good. That's good. Okay, I remember that Bingo was quite an amusing fellow. Hope he shows a little restraint this time. Okay, right. Yeah, he did spend some time recovering from the entertainment, as I recall. All right. Folk in the Shire are a little odd compared to the hobbits of Bree, at least. Yes. Good. Very good. All right, Milo. Very good. Okay, so we did the Prancing Pony. Up next is... we could go to Rivendell to see Bilbo.
That's a good idea. You could go see Bilbo.
Yeah,
I can do Rivendell for anybody.
You can do Rivendell, D-Man?
One of my group, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm at the Dunbog, but you should probably do me last because I can't really port you out of here.
Aha. Right. Okay.
And I'm almost at Friska.
Alright. And I am on my way to the Forsaken Inn right now.
Oh,
Okay. All right, we're heading to Rivendell.
I don't know whom we are visiting in Rivendell, however.
Bilbo. We're visiting Bilbo in the Hall of Fire. At least I assume that's where Bilbo is. Woo! Oh, I lagged at a crucial moment and almost Rivendelled the bridge there. That would have been thematic. Would have been apt. Okay. Oh, view blocked by tree. Okay, phew. Alright, made it. Were there always those vines around the pillars?
I think they got added when they added all the...
I think that's
Krill
for Krill,
edition.
yeah.
Yeah. So those are new-ish. Okay, glad it's not just me. I was just riding up to the door and thinking like, gosh, this looks more flowery than I remember it. Okay. Alright, on my little miniature Bill the Pony comes indoors with me. Alright. Okay, Bilbo. You are invited.
Hello there.
Bingo Boffin is having a dinner party. I am sure it will be a lovely time, but I am afraid I must decline. What? I do not think I have as many journeys in me as I once did, and I am content to stay here in Rivendell for now. I will return to the Shire one day, I am sure of it, but I am not ready to say farewell to the last homely house just yet. Give Bingo my best wishes and tell him I'm eagerly awaiting his book when it is finished. I suppose it would be a little bit strange for everyone else if Bilbo Baggins posthumously attended this dinner party, right?
I hadn't thought of that.
It
That's true.
would cause a bit of a sensation for the rest of the hobbits in the Shire, presumably. Okay, so let's see, who's next? So, apart from Priska Boffin and Haley and Theodore, we've got Spalvey Stoutheart.
Right, 21st Hall.
21st Hall? Okay, hey, I've got a milestone for that one.
Well, don't outrun your hunters. You'll need them in a bit.
Oh, yeah. Can my hunters get to the 21st Hall?
I have 21st Hall running right now.
Okay.
Probably best to have the hunter take you to the 21st Hall.
Okay, alright. Well, if they're headed there anyway,
That
I
way
won't
you don't
use my
waste your
milestone.
milestone.
That's right.
Actually,
I don't have the
that's
fast
silly.
cooldown on these, so. Alright. So here, where's Spalvey? Oh, there he is. Right here. Just standing here. Oh, next to the map maker. Right.
I will look at this in a moment, but first I think you should know something.
Oh dear. That can't be good. Welcome back to Khazad-dûm Don't tell me you have lost Bingo again and need my help to find him. And he laughs for a longer time than necessary. Okay, all right. Keto and I have been working to improve the Iron Garrison's foothold here in Khazad-dûm, but it is difficult work. There are many dangers still in the earth, oh dear. But we will try. You're not going to make me take care of them before you accept, are you? Okay. No, that's it. So he just gave a kind of uncertain reply there to Bilbo's invitation, but okay. Alright, so Langar and Eggwulf and Humphrey Rumming we need.
Langar's in Stangard, although if you're Bjorning, apparently you can go home to Grimbjorn's house and she's there too.
Oh, right, of course.
I have a transport to Stangard.
Okay.
He does.
Excellent. So we can go to Stangard next. And then, which Rohirric village is Eggwulf in?
She's at Grimslade, so you can get there from Helm's Deep.
Okay. Okay. Right. Wait, where are we?
We are in Stangard.
Right, no, I was just like, which building are we standing in front of? I was wondering. Okay. All right. Have our bearings now. So Langar, is she outside or is she inside?
Outside, I think.
She's
she was
out
where you last saw her by the gate.
by the north gate, right?
No, the east one.
Oh wait, no, yeah, here she is, right on the slope here. Okay.
Your quest arrow should be pointing you to them when you get close.
There we go. Okay. All right there.
What brings you here? Is something wrong?
No, I traveled hundreds and hundreds of miles just to give you a dinner party invitation. Yeah. I hope he is not giving up on his adventurous ways. I will do my best to attend, but that will depend upon whether the Easterlings seek to cross the Great River again. Oh, come on, priorities here. There's a dinner party invitation at stake. If they know it is best for them, they will not attempt it, and I will be able to visit Bingo. Okay. That's so wrong. That's just so wrong. Okay. Right. Okay, who's next? Eggwulf is next. So we go to Helm's Deep?
Yeah, that's the one.
Helm's Deep.
Can anybody port us to Helm's Deep, or do we stable master this?
No, Dime has support.
Okay. All right.
Dime has all these ports because Scott went out one night and got them all because Dime didn't know she had to.
Okay. All right, so here we are in Helm's Deep. Now, can from here do we ride out?
Yeah, swift travel to Grimslade.
Swift travel. Okay, so stable master. There he is, right next to me. How convenient.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
To Grimslade, huh? Okay. And there she is. Sitting her mountain, looking very official here. Whoa, God, no. Just like cooking on the task box accidentally here. Okay, no, sorry. I didn't mean to run past you there.
This is not the time for parties.
This is not the time for parties? Come on. Rohan is at war. Yeah, I know, but it's a dinner party. Let's see. I will see what I can do, but I'm afraid I cannot commit to such a journey. Whether I attend or not will depend upon the state of the war effort in Rohan. You know, more questionable priorities going on, but okay. All right. Who else do we need? I think we're almost down to the last ones. I need Humphrey Rumming and Eola Isbrun.
Right, so Galtrev for Humphrey Rumming.
Galtrev,
That's
right.
where he sold you the treasure map.
Oh, right, okay.
I do have Galtrev.
Oh, you do have Galtrev, okay.
I just have to find Galtrev. Thank you for that.
All right. Okay, so... Oh, right, he's up the hill up here. I remember now.
I receive so many invitations, it's hard to keep track of them all.
I bet. Yeah, you're a real treat. It's true. Perhaps I will give a speech or two before dinner. Yeah, your speeches are always well received. Is it not said that the gift of knowledge is a gift well received? Okay. Excellent. I'm so glad he's coming. Very good. Okay, so Yola Isbrun?
Yeah, port to Enerdwythe, and you'll have to swim travel out to Martelhout.
Ah, right. Of course. Of course. Okay.
For Enerdwythe, I have Handarian.
Yeah, I think he has to write from there to Yanuk.
Yeah,
So
that'll
you
work.
want Handarian?
Yeah,
That'll
I don't
work.
think you have 100 ports directly to Yanuk, so... Which I keep pronouncing in Spanish for some reason, I don't know.
Okay. All right, so from here we can port down. Well, go downstairs here first, as I recall.
To where are we headed?
Martelhout? Or if that's not on there, Lanuk.
Yeah, the Hobbit place.
The big dig.
Yep.
What do you need?
That's the one. I forgot Wiggin skipped most of the way through Enedwythe.
Wiggin is a slacker.
He is. It was... See, but, like, ironically, making Wiggin skip things was discipline, you know.
Yeah, how often have we wished that Wiggin would skip over things while we're doing the stream, really?
Right. I know. I know. Well, I know that Griffith was kind of lingering in that Stone of Erech session play today, but, you know, totally worth it.
What brings ye to Mar Tulhau?
Have I decided to come live here? That's kind of random question. We can try and find you a comfortable place to live. No. A dinner party, yes. A long way from here, but I would like to see Bingo once again. Oh, excellent. She's going to come. That'll be interesting. I wonder how...
Well, you knew all the people that these hobbits were going to be the ones who showed up.
Right, yeah.
If anyone's going to come to a dinner party for over 300 miles.
Right, truly. Okay, all right. So I think I'm down to the last three now.
Yep, send us your acorns and we'll get you here.
Okay.
Okay, Demetheril is going to head back to Mickle Delving.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna mail an acorn to Pine Leaf.
Okay.
Let's see, here we go. There's my acorn.
Ooh,
All right.
I've got mail.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
And now
Ready for me
to
use it now, or?
hang on a sec. I'm gonna wait to Saginaw.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
If you send it to, I'll be the last.
You'll be the last one. And you're in Glordriel, right?
I'm.
Okay.
Hey, let me know when you're ready.
Oop. Darn it. Sorry. Okay. 3 acorns sent. So, which one's first?
Doesn't matter.
All right, let's do Will and
Okay.
Whisker, since I'm already down
Okay.
here. Not that, like, trying to do this by geography is in any way sensible.
But
really
it gives
doesn't
it
matter.
more vermicitude.
Yes, it's
Very
more
similitude.
verisimilitudinous. It's true. Okay, hey, here we are. Look at that, right by Will and Whisker. Oh wow, nice cloak, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Fireworks. Club.
Fireworks cloak. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Hey there, Will and Whisker. Oh, and then the little juniors. Oh, look at the kittens lying in a little heap. Oh, that's pretty cute. I guess you're probably not going to come. All right. So, okay. So I have a written invitation for Will and Whisker. Okay. His eyes sparkle, but we can't tell what it might mean. Okay. Well, that was satisfying. Okay, Willem, no problem. Okay, good. So let's go to. Thank you, Saginaw. I appreciate that. That was well invited on my part, I'm sure. Now let's go to the Forsaken Inn.
Right.
Forsaken it? All right. Summoning.
All right. Okay. Oh, there they are, up there. Hey, Haley, you're still with this guy?
A dinner party? We will certainly attend, won't we, Theodore?
Oh boy. Okay. Yes,
What a pair.
it'd be nice to see Bingo at his home. Theodore nods distantly, already thinking about his next adventure. But you are reasonably certain he will attend Bilbo's gathering. Well, that's a shame. Still got the purple hat. Okay, Haley. It'll be good to have you at the party anyway. Okay. Ready for Buckland.
All right.
All right.
There you are.
And here we are. Okay, Priska Boffin, the Boffin matriarch.
Cousin Bingo is inviting my family to a dinner party?
It has been ages since I visited his home, and that was many young hobbits ago. That's a great way to measure time. Is his home big enough to accommodate all of my children? Oh, no problem. We will certainly try to attend. It is just as well, for I think Marigold was planning a secret adventure to the Shire anyway, and perhaps this will satisfy her journeying heart somewhat for the moment. Okay, I could do with a fine dinner. Taking care of all these children is hungry work. Excellent. Okay.
You're done, right?
We're done. Back to bingo now.
Okay.
Yeah. Port to Mickle Delving, and we'll be done in under half an hour.
Look at that.
Well, now he's going to go do his solo instance, so
Right.
who knows how long that'll take.
Oh, hey.
Well, we can't help him with that.
Yeah, so you didn't take me with you, Gorgio, because I wasn't in your group.
Oh, I wasn't in your... Oh, crumbs. All right, send me another...
I'll send you another acorn. Yeah, no problem.
We weren't in the same group. Sorry, I had put everybody in...
And I'm sorry, I saw that earlier, and I was going to say something, but I forgot.
No problem.
Yeah, I should have moved him over. I didn't think of... Don't try this at home, boys and girls.
That's right. We're professionals right here. Okay.
All right. Alrighty. No problem. Plan B. It's a good thing you're a guardian.
That's right. It sure does make this easier. Alright, off we go. Oh, sorry, that's not the real Willem Whisker there.
He came!
Okay. In we go. Let's see. All right, bingo. So I've been over most of the world, and I'm in Boffin Manor. I like that.
I am so excited for this party. I want everything to be perfect.
Okay.
The day has finally arrived.
You have a few more preparations to make. Okay. I'll let you know if I'm willing to help. Oh, somehow I thought it might come down to that. Okay. New quest, the perfect recipe. And so we end as we
I
began.
have a few more things to do to get ready.
Go outside and keep an eye out for the guests. Okay, this is what I've been looking forward to. Oh, wait, I have to leave the fellowship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Traveling.
The day of the party has finally arrived, and Bingo has sent you outside to greet the arriving guests.
Myrtle's guarded expression is more suitable for a battle than a party. Oh, just wait till you see who he invited. This is going to be great. I suppose it would be rude not to attend Bingo's party, so here we are. Do you think he has forgotten that business about the petition I began before he left on his adventure? I would appreciate it if you did not remind him about it. Oh, no problem. Who else has Bingo invited? Oh, you know, many of the Shire's most notable families. Well, sort of. Some of them are coming now. Ha! The Shire is very quaint. Okay. Oh my, they say. Yes. Your country cousins. Oh, Roos has come, and Iolo, and Violet. Who says ba? Oh, Roos says ba. I know the invitation was intended to me, but the mayor wanted to see Bingo's home for himself. And before you could say Tulach Gwirod, right, which is, okay, half the town had invited themselves. Are you hobbits? Not from the Shire, certainly. Is it possible these hobbits have come from far away, haven't they? That's right. What is this feeling, Wigand? It is wholly unusual. A desire to explore the unknown and see far-off lands fills my heart. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, that was not the reaction I expected. Look, a gigantic bear. Oh, it's okay. It's just a gigantic woman instead. And in second thought, I think I'm fine without adventure in my life. You have not missed the party. No, you're good. Oh, wait, who's this dude? Marvithor. You didn't receive an invitation. You don't begrudge him that, nor did I expect one. I spoke with him only briefly a long time ago, and was compelled by other duties at the time. You were recently in Rivendell, at the behest of Lady Galadriel, and while there I spoke with quite a fellow. Bilbo is his name, and it seems he is quite eager to read Bingo's book. He told me about this party and that he sadly would not be able to attend, and I told him I would go on his behalf and report back concerning Bingo's progress on the book. To that end, I have prepared a large quantity of ink and have brought it with me as a gift for Bingo. May his quill never run dry. Well, that's very kind. Okay, who's this? Oh, look, it's Willem Whisker and his whole family. How adorable. It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you also skin changers like this woman? No, Willem is not a skin changer, but he does seem to have quite a family of his own. Oh, adorable little lynx family. That's great. Oh, sorry there. All right, Bert. Sad to report that none of my brothers will be able to make it to the party today. They all have obligations in other lands, but I promised that old Rattlepax and I would represent the Bartleby family to the very best of our abilities. Now, where is our host? Ready for a plate or two of tasty victuals. Oh, we're ready to go inside? No one else is showing up? Okay, the party is well underway. Oh, this is one of the Boffin girls? They've got her doing chores? Mingle. I like that quest text there. Okay, Bingo's neighbors and the visitors from Maltulhau try to... they're doing what? Oh, they're trying to find common ground. Right, okay. Who's standing and staring at the wall? He looks like Grifflet. Is this what Grifflet looks like to everybody else, you think? Randomly standing and staring at paintings? Is Roos being punished? Okay, let's see. Alright, Merrimack. I've not been able to get a word in edgewise. I do not remember agreeing to leave the Shire, but Violet seems to think I did. What has this party gotten me into? Oh dear. There are many ferocious creatures in the woods of the Gloom Glens, but as distant cousins, you must possess the same skills as we. You'll be able to avoid their notice, Merrimack, and visit us straight away. Okay, you've been telling these good folk that they should come visit us in Maurtulhau and enjoy a traditional welcoming feast. If they eat as much as Bingo, they may also need to enjoy the traditional week of recovery following such a feast. Okay. Oh, excellent. So glad to see that's going well. Okay, who's this? Iola, right. Oh, no. My sister is quite taken with this Merrimack fellow. I do not think he seems as happy about this fact as she. Oh, dear. Donna Maria Took studies Bingo's manuscript in progress for suitability in her library. Okay, it's very good so far, but I do wish he showed a little more proficiency with spelling and grammar. The book will need some refinement before I'm comfortable placing it on a library shelf. Ah, the librarian with the final say. Bingo has amassed quite a collection of books. What, there must be 15 of them. I am impressed with his scholarly dedication, and I wonder what the great collections of my people are missing for their lack of Hobbit literature. It was very nice of Bilbo Baggins to give me his invitation when I visited Imladris. Excellent. I am so glad. Oh, look. Oh, sorry. I missed the other bookcases there. Let's see. Okay. Priska Boffin over here. Relaxing. Good to sit down for a moment, I bet. Bingo should host these parties more often. Yeah, have you put all your kids to work? I still want to know what Roost did to have to stand with his face to the wall. Theodore and Bert seek to outdo each other with tales, but the hobbits just want to eat. Okay, you don't know what Haley and you will do from here on out, but I have no doubt it will be an experience full of danger and excitement. Oh, yeah. Don't tell her I said this, but I think that without her by my side, I might have gotten in over my head a time or two. Possibly. Nothing I wouldn't be able to solve by myself, of course. Oh, dear. Even an experienced adventurer like Theodore Gorst needs friends from time to time. Yes, and shocking if you can't keep them. Your past is magnificent. Your present is satisfactory. I defy you to disappoint me, future. Oh, man. I must ask Theodore where he got his hat. Man, Bert, thanks for taking one for the team and occupying Theodore there. Okay. Milo says, doesn't notice any scuff marks upon it. Oh, from dancing on it. Right, of course. He must have practiced the art form somewhere. Not at home. Probably down the Burden Baby. Why is it taking so long to get dinner on the table? The rumbling in my belly will drown out the conversation if we don't eat soon. Uh-oh. Griffo Boffin is... oh, is this the dancing one? Right, Esmeralda. Yeah, yeah. Gone from her rock and now dancing in the kitchen. Okay. Oh, Eggwolf made it? Look at that. I guess the war in Rohan, you know, ended. Willem even made the journey, and he brought his mate and his many cubs. Priska's children seem quite taken with them. I must remind WW to count his cubs carefully when it's time for my lynx friends to return home. Okay, so I guess that... Oh, yeah, one more room up here. Oh, there's poor Camellia Boffin still hard at work. And there's Marigold talking with Haley. Now, see, that seems like a potential, like, serious mentorship relationship here. Haley is incredible and remarkable, yes, and remarkably tolerant. She really did descend into the lair of a dragon and emerge once again after waking it up. Yeah, mm-hmm. You need to find a dragon of your own to best. He's still there, I think. She's the most attentive and reminds me somewhat of myself when I was that age. Okay. Hobbits age differently from our folk, don't they? Marigold is indeed a child. Still, I am sorry I have spoken so thoughtlessly. Spending so much time around Theodore may have brought me down to his careless level. But that is a frightening thought. Okay. Spalvey just kind of creepily listening in on their conversation. You hope I'll remind Bingo of your part in it so he doesn't leave our contribution out of his account. He spent much of my portion waterlogged in not knowing who he was, so he might not have as much to say about it. It's occurred to me that perhaps you should not remind him of my contribution. I think that perhaps not all dwarves were meant to be written about. Oh, come on, not even the part where you made us come up with a new name for you? Hey there, map maker. Is what map? The picture of the children picking fruit that you were looking at? Certainly a lot of villages in the Shire. I respect their burrows. And a hobbit hole seems a very tidy place to live, but I could do with a little more in the way of large echoing chambers. Right. How do hobbits live like this? I know, all the bright sunshine and good food. It's hard to imagine how they live without all the bugs and mushrooms. Ah, yes. Here's the young lynxes. And the rest of the... Oh, Celandine came. Cooing over the kittens. Hey, Dinidas. When you and Bingo came to Newbury, you beheld me at my lowest point. But after a year of courting, Celandine Brandybuck finally agreed to attend a social gathering with me. All I needed was a party to attend with her, and so when my mother said that Bingo, my first cousin, once removed, was hosting a dinner party, it seemed like Providence most fortuitous. But alas, she is spending the whole time fawning over these lynx cubs and sparing not a moment for me. Cruel fortune. Oh, man. Good to see everybody getting along. All right, Bingo. Nearly time for dinner. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Do you remember what started this adventure? Yes. The recipe book. You remember it very well. I was lonely, and I was bored. Every day seemed much the same as any other. I thought if I hosted a dinner party for my neighbors, it would break up the routine. And that is when I met you. Which makes you laugh like a crazy person, apparently. You asked me to retrieve a cookbook. I remember. You thought it might contain the perfect recipe. Okay. And it contained the map, right? And the strangest feeling I have ever known. Whoop, indeed, Bingo. The desire to set forth on a journey. I've been your true and loyal friend ever since. So true. You sought a recipe at the beginning of this adventure, and indeed I found one. A perfect recipe for a happy life, the very best friends a hobbit could hope to have. Every adventure comes to an end someday. But I am so grateful to have taken this adventure with you. As usual, you have let your words get away from you. Yeah, that's usually ended up with me having to chase them across the forest. Now let's eat. All right. Woohoo! Let us join the guests and eat our fill. Hooray! Okay.
I must confess, I am sad to see our journey end.
You don't know what to say. We have been through so much together on this journey, you're sad to see it come to an end. I have made so many friends on this adventure, and I think the attendance at my party has proven I made even more than I realized when I was writing out the invitations. But none of them are as dear to me as you. That's quite nice. Welcome to call it my humble home at any time. I must see to finishing my book, and once that is done, who can say I have a taste of adventure? And what is a book without a sequel? Oh, I'm only teasing. Right. Yeah, what is he gonna pick up and go to Mordor now for a sequel trip? Right? I decided I didn't quite go far enough. Okay, farewell. I will see you again and look forward to the tales we will tell on that day. All right. Woohoo! Done. We finished the bingo sequence. That only took us what? A year?
14 months, I think.
Yeah. Excellent.
Really that long?
Nothing good happens fast.
That's right. Nothing good happens fast.
So what are your thoughts?
On about the bingo quest?
Yeah. About the whole experience.
Let's see. The thing that I'm thinking about here is the way, because we were for the majority of the bingo quest, right? I was really interested in how it seemed to be paralleling The Hobbit,
Right.
Which for at least the first half of it was doing fairly closely and in some pretty interesting ways. In the latter half, like from Lothlorien on, especially, I would say, that was less clear and sort of less evident. One of the things that was kind of interesting to me was the way in which, well, it ended kind of suddenly. That is, he went through this sort of transformation, right? You know, we went through, like, you know, he grew into this sort of traveling journalist, you know, and his increasingly sort of obsessive emphasis on his book, right, that he was writing.
Right.
But then at the end, he did show, like, he actually fought, right? So he shifted from the one who would never fight, would let us do all the fighting, and he would sit around and write about it. As if that was his only job. He kind of left his book behind and began to actually engage in combat. I liked the touch of him convincing the radically underpowered brigands not to attack for their own protection.
Can I interject here?
Yeah.
You know that because you didn't complete the Flooded Isengard quest, you didn't get to see Mercy, who would have been attending this party. The text window mentions that Humphrey Rummings apparently threw his invitation away and into the wind, and it flew to her, and she found it, so she came up to see Bingo because she remembered meeting him.
Okay.
And the text box you get, actually, she mentions on the way up, she found some farmers who mentioned Bingo and said that he had talked about becoming brigands.
Nice.
I thought that was a cute touch.
Nice. That is a cute touch. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But anyway, so it's interesting that at the same time that he, like, actually took up arms, you know, and became more of a warrior at the end and more, you know, more involved, he was, you know, that shift with the brigands to, you know, be the one to establish peace was not only, you know, sort of Hobbit-like, but again, another nod back to Bilbo, right? As, you know, he was the one who, you know, it's not exactly, you know, his actions interceding with the brigands wasn't exactly giving up the Arkenstone, but again, it was that same movement, right? Like, I'm gonna prevent fighting and trouble for all concerned. But the way in which he just sort of at the end decided, like, okay, I've now had enough of adventuring and want to go home. The return home is nice and satisfying, and I really like the dinner party. But the impetus for the turn, you know, where, like, the point at which he decided that he was done, didn't feel like a lot of closure. It felt a little arbitrary, you know, like that he just kind of ran out of gas. Bingo did. Which was a little disappointing. I mean, I don't know what you guys thought about that, but
yeah, it was kind of abrupt, actually.
Yeah, abrupt is a really good word for that.
I wonder if they set the 52-week limit on this, and that they got toward the end, like, we got to wrap this up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe it was seeing the hobbits of Tormorva just set in him the desire to go back to the Shire.
Because that was the last thing, right? No, wait, because he was on the way home already, though, wasn't he? When he got there,
it was after the Helm's Deep area when he saw Martin burning. That was when he said, "Okay, I'm done with this. I want to go home." That's when we started hitting.
Right. That was really his high water mark was there in Rohan. Yeah. And I guess, I don't know. I mean, it's not like that doesn't make any kind of sort of emotional sense, you know, but I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's the only war he'd seen or trouble he'd come across. Yeah. Druid's Fire, I will ask Maid of Lions about it next time I'm talking Maid of Lions. I'd be interested to hear his thoughts on the overall trajectory of the Bingo quest line. I mean, I do think that I like how they resolved it. The idea of the return home and stopping by the hobbits in the Gloom Glens and the dinner party, that was all really well done. But I guess, you know, when I ask myself then the sort of the complementary question, right? That is, okay, if I thought his the moment in which he turned home was abrupt, what would I have wanted to see? Like, what would have been a fitting climax? And I guess what I wanted was something Hobbit-like. That is, something like The Hobbit. I mean, I don't know if we could have gotten a battle with 5 armies exactly or something, but something in some way kind of parallel to that. I don't know exactly what that would have looked like, but maybe that's what I was looking for. I mean, Bilbo began to long for home. I mean, of course, he was longing for home in some way or another the whole way, but he began to long for home. You remember him sitting on the doorstep thinking about the hill. Yeah. But he doesn't actually turn around and set out for home, of course, until after things are resolved. Yeah. So that's my chief reflection in thinking through the end of the bingo sequence. But I love I love the concept. I think the whole concept of the bingo arc, the whole story, to choose a random hobbit, to choose a random boffin, and use him to tell a story which both invites you to revisit areas of the game that you may not have been to in a while or whatever, and the way that they chose to have the story. I mean, the parallels between Bingo's story and The Hobbit were both comical, but also really quite delicate. I mean, it's not like they weren't. It wasn't like beating you over the head with it, but it was a really neat way for them to kind of explore the story and kind of get you to think about it in sort of the Hobbit condition like that. Now, Tony Mead on Twitter chat points out very fairly that he didn't have a specific quest like Bilbo's. He just wanted to explore, and that's true. I mean, it's not like he left business undone exactly. It's yeah. So I mean, it's not like. It wasn't as bad as that. It did lack something. His book was the focus of it most of the way, and then he just kind of stopped with his book, which seemed appropriate. That he was focused more on actually doing things. I mean, we got he was becoming quite intrepid, right? We got him running off on his own to go and do things there at the end, which was interesting. But then he, again, there wasn't that sense of like him accomplishing something. I would have been interested to see him get another, a specific task, if not a particular quest. But yeah. But I liked it. It was fun, and I thought it had a fun Hobbit-like comical touch all the way through, which was really good. Classic moments like the swimming and lots of pretty funny bits, which I thought were really fun. So
here's the joke that they never got around to, and I'm still pondering whether it was really there. Do we think that Bert Bartleby is 14 different people?
Him and all his brothers?
Yeah, because that was what I thought the joke that they were leading to when Humphrey said that, like, oh yeah, Bert and his 14 brothers, and they're like, are they leading to Albert and Robert and Norbert and
right, Albert.
I was waiting for that punchline in the final instance, and it didn't come. And,
right, okay. For like the whole pack of them to show up there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to mention that his brothers are elsewhere in Middle Earth right now.
Right. Yeah, that would have been funny, certainly, if they had all shown up. I'd have been confused because I wasn't really tracking with that, I think. But yeah, that would have been funny.
When you spend the year playing it, one of the main discussions you have with your kinmates and friends is, how does Bert Bartleby keep getting around everywhere so quickly?
Right.
Tango Mane is really fast.
That's right.
No, the old Rattlepax is the
Yeah, Oh, that's right, Rattlepax. Rattlepax is the brother of Shadowfax.
That's right. It rhymes, right? So yeah.
I hadn't even thought of that, but yeah, it does. Doesn't
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah.
Maybe old Rattlepax is actually Shadowfax's father.
That's right. That's right. See, yes, old Rattlepax is actually one of the Mayaras. It all makes sense now. Yeah.
Well, you could get around in that time.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. Well, I should probably go check on my family here. Thanks, everybody, for...
Should we mention the other mystery guest you didn't get to see because of the horseshoe?
Oh, yes,
right.
yes. Tell me about the other one. Yes.
Yeah, it's the ghost from the Haunted Inn who sent you on the quest for the choice cuts of spider for the recipes.
Right.
Yeah, if you have the horseshoe, she's standing there and mentioning that there's probably some metal in the horseshoe that came from the Greenwood once upon a time that drew her to it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she pops in too.
Okay, cool. The ghost. Right, the spider
There actually
ghost.
is a
Right.
reflecting pool in the back of Bingo's house, so if you ever want to redo the
If
thing,
you ever
once
get the horseshoe.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Cool.
So that
Next
requires
anniversary,
scavenger hunt
horseshoe.
now.
That's right.
That's right. We almost got him there.
We almost got there. Yeah, next time. Yeah, next time. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I appreciate
Thanks
your help and your companionship through everything here, through the whole bingo set, and we'll be back. I'm hoping to do something Mordor related here soon. I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to swing that, but I'd like to see that happen.
Oh, one little hint of a spoiler: there is a Bingo Boffin tail character in the Mordor quests.
Oh yeah?
Surprised the heck out of me.
Cool. That's
Something you can look forward to.
You can always just go through one of those doors, Corey, and just have some fun getting killed.
That's true. That would be fun. That would be fun. Okay. Cool. Well, thanks everybody, and I'll see you guys around.
Night.
Good night.